going to pull the handle right off of this pot. And the way I do it is to begin in the same way as pulling a handle and then applying it. In other words, make a tongue shape or make a wide, flat object. I've seen potters before take a hunk of clay and stick it on and then pull a handle off, but that's quite a lot more work and it could warp the edge of the pot. So I'm going to just roughly start the handle first and then attach it. The advantage to this method, there are several, but one advantage is that I'm making the proportions right in place. I don't have to imagine what it's going to look like. And pretty typically, this part where it attaches to the vessel is going to be thicker. So I'm kind of half pulling the handle, and then I'll stick it right onto the vessel. This handle will definitely look like it's rooted to the vessel because it's fairly thick here. It's important to get this well attached all the way around because the next thing I'm going to do is basically try and pull it right off. So I need it to be almost finished where it hits the vessel. If I'm making several pulled handles, sometimes I'll do that and set it aside and begin the next one and then go back. Because there's some slip in between the handle and the vessel, you can yank the handle off. So here's how this works. The angle that I hold the vessel at will determine the angle that the handle begins coming off the pot. So if I want the handle to start off going uphill, I have to hold the vessel this way. And I think that's what I want. So I'll pull the handle right in place here. You do it the same way, and so if you've pulled a couple of handles separate from the pot, this might be easier. This is longer than I need. It's better than having it come up too short. And again, it's important that I'm not changing this a lot. You don't want to have the handle flopping back and forth, or you'll end up with a thin spot or a weak spot. When I tilt the handle, it'll basically make a beautiful curve all on its own. So I don't need to touch the handle as much. I think that's probably okay. Just like that. So we'll stick it on. That's good. Whoa. Slippery. Make a wider handle on this one. If you push the clay from the handle toward the vessel, you can make sure it's attached well all the way around. So begin pulling the handle by pushing it in place. Again, I kind of want the edge of this to meet that throwing line that's already there. And I don't want anything to be sharp. Okay. this rim will deform unless I support it close to where I'm pulling the handle. So if I hold it like this, it'll obviously make the rim into an oval. Because there's a gesture to the throwing lines in this vessel, I should probably encourage a little bit of a gesture in the handle as well. And I'm going to leave this a little bit thicker than here, so I'll actually stop right before the end, just a little bit, and it'll leave the bottom attach point a little bit thicker. So this handle is narrower this way and wider this way than the other ones. This kind of strap handle, pulled handle that's kind of strap-like, is really easy to steer when you're trying to drink coffee out of the vessel. I think that's okay.